Hey everyone, how are you all doing? It's Monday again, so you know what it means. It's time for Casual Racing Mondays once more. Today we are in Forza Horizon 4 after a few weeks off, where we were in Forza Motorsport 7 before that, and today we are racing GT cars. So you've got cars, I'll show you a few eligible cars in a minute, but for now I just want to show you this thing, which is brand new. I quite literally just finished delivery for this about 20 minutes before the stream went live. It's already shared, so if you want to get it, you can get it in Forza Horizon 4. You just search my gamertag, which is PJTierney, which is down there on the bottom left of the screen. And you are looking at a Maserati Gran Turismo, which in this division seems to be one of the stronger cars. We tried out a rivals event during the week, and this one seemed to be the go-to choice. It's a good car to drive. Got a lot of fast people in this lobby today. They're all waiting for me, but I just wanted to show off this thing first. And the design, as you can see, it's a Rolex, so I wanted to go with something luxurious, something green. I haven't done a green livery in a long time. Funnily enough, it matches the shirt I'm wearing, so that was a bit of fortunate circumstance. Anyways, I don't want to hold up the rest of the lobby any longer, so I will just very quickly show you some of the cars that we can be racing today. So if I go to view all, and then I go to filter, and then I look for GT cars, we are racing these in A class, and there we go. So GT cars, and back, and then we're good here. So you've got things like the Alfa Romeo 8C, which is another car I tried out in the practice event, and it seemed to do pretty well. You've got things like the Bentley Continentals, which are big, they're powerful, and I'm sure one driver in the lobby is definitely going to be using these. BMW M6, BMWs are always good sports cars to have. You've got some Jaguar XKRSs and the Jaguar F-Type R. The James Bond Aston Martin is another strong pick to look out for. And what I am driving is the 2010 Maserati Gran Turismo S, which seems to be the best all-round package, as you will see in the races tonight. But I don't want to hold up these guys any longer, so let's get straight into it. I have a convoy of 12 people here already. They signed up through the Casual Racing Mondays Discord during the week. You can see a list of gamer tags there in the top right. However, I am very quickly going to get into Team Adventure. Nope, don't go to ranked. That's just muscle memory for where I always go. So let's go to Private Adventure. Create this session. I think delivery turned out alright. It was essentially a speed paint. Because I got home from work, I had something very quickly to eat, and then I powered straight through this from start to finish in about 2 hours. I think it turned out pretty well. Anyway, let us wait a moment for the game to give us a server. We've got 11 people. We should have 12. I think one guy dropped out very quickly, but I can send an invite, or they can send me a message on the Discord channel, which I expect them to do shortly. I think he may have joined back in while I was there. So the first thing we need to do when we're setting up a team adventure in Forza Horizon 4 is to go to our bot, Forza bot, and type in season. This will randomly select a season for us. If the bot is working, and it is. Summer, autumn, drive type any, free roam rush off. Confirm. There we go. Next thing, we need to go to current cars. GT cars is the adventure we are driving. We are limiting it to A class, which is just around middle of the park, but a lot of these cars will handle pretty well in A class. And now we need to start picking routes. So, let me begin. Because we're near the Horizon Festival as it is, we're going to start the festival, and I think over successive adventures we are going to go all the way up here. We're going to start with standard routes to begin with, but I'm going to throw in some custom routes as well, just for a bit of fun. So let's start with Horizon Festival Sprint, just a standard, simple race. I use a lot of bot commands for this to randomize the weather, randomize all the conditions. So if you excuse me while I look down here and power up the bot, FH4, there we go. What are we getting? Custom, sunrise, cloudy, rolling, there we go. Sunrise, cloudy, rolling, excellent, that's 1. I'm going to put in 7, I think, yeah, of these. So that will take us down here. We're not going to do the Goliath right away, that's crazy. Ambleside Sprint, no, Ambleside Village Circuit. We're going to do the actual circuit. Yes, 1.5 kilometers, so that needs to be 15 laps. And then we go to FH4 again. Yep, custom, evening, clear, fixed. Okay, so custom, evening, clear, and fixed. There we go. The races are normally around 10 minutes long, which is why I have set the distance as I have. Normally around 10 minutes long, 20 kilometers. I like to get a good couple of battles in. Let's go to the Ambleside Sprint, which takes us back to the Horizon Festival. And let's do another bot command to set this up. There's a lot more setup in this than there is in Forza Motorsport 7 because you have to choose every event, you have to choose the weather, you have to choose everything else. But let us see what we've got. We're going for current weather, so we don't need to worry about that. And that takes us back to the festival, which then puts us on the festival circuit, which is going to be another 15 laps. And there we go. FH4. That gives us custom evening, cloudy, fixed. Evening, cloudy, and fixed. And then finally we leave the festival once more. Go for the waterhead sprint. So let's go FH4 once more. And this is just going to be current and fixed. Current and fixed. That will then take us down to here. Cotswold Super Sprint. 5, 6. No, I'm going to go here. The Broadway Village Circuit. 2.2 kilometers. So that is 10. Yeah, it's 10 laps. And then we go for one more. FH4 in the command. Custom Dawn, light rain, rolling. Custom Dawn, light rain, rolling. And then let's finish off. And for fun, let's finish off Colossus. FH4 once more on the command and the bot in the Discord server. And it is current and fixed. That is very simple. Current and fixed. Confirm. Resume. Let's just get straight into it. Everything seems set up, which is excellent. I'm driving the Maserati Gran Turismo S, as I mentioned at the top of the show, and anybody in this lobby who does not have a car prepared will be able to rent this for free to try it out. And let's look at the team order. We have 6 on 6, and let's start by balancing these a little bit. I am going to put HJD on the blue. I'm going to put everybody on the red team first. That's the way that I like to set this up. There we go. There we go. Once more. These guys are all in a free roam. I'm just driving around the map at the moment while they're waiting for me to set things up. So now we need to balance it. HJG is going on the blue team because he is pretty rapid. Ryu is then going to balance that out. Lithium will go on the blue team. I will go on the red team. Master Phil will go on the blue team. Crimson on the red team. Ash on the blue team. Skullsy on the red team. I'm going to put Snorter on blue. And we need to put one more. So I'm going to put Zeeborg on the blue. And then we'll figure things out as we go along, essentially. And I'm just going to give the lobby a quick heads up. Yeah, there we go. Hey guys, I'm about to start now. At the end of this adventure, can you give me a heads up if the teams are balanced or not? Just let me know in text chat. It's pretty hard to balance these, but I'm going to give it a go. No. It's just if the adventure, If the adventure's a blowout, then I know I need to adjust the teams. That's essentially what it is. It sounds like too much effort, Scozy. I need to get it racing, so... Alright, let's start this adventure. Our first one, it's 100 kilometers, 7 events. It's a combination of tight circuits and sprints. And I have 34 seconds to pick a car, which I've already done. There we go. There's my Maserati Gran Turismo S. Let us see how it does. There we go. Currently loading up. But now that I've done all of that setup, the rest of this goes pretty smoothly. It'll automatically load the races, it'll automatically send people to the right locations, that kind of thing. But the objective, as always, in casual racing Mondays is to have clean, fun racing. And that is what I hope we get tonight. I'll go through a lot of loading screens. Everything's a little bit different to Forza Motorsport 7. Different UI, different layouts, that kind of thing. So we're going to start with a simple sprint here, the Horizon Festival Sprint, one of the standard races in the game. If you play on Windows, this is actually where the benchmark mode is when it's trying to test your PC. But that does not matter right now because we are in our first race of the day. We have Rush leading the red team off the line and Aston Ash leading blue. And 3, 2, 1, go! There we go, let's move this. Clean start so far, but there's a tight turn coming up immediately. Lithium has already downloaded my livery. Thank you very much, good sir. That is much appreciated. I quite literally revealed it at the start of the show. It was the first time that anybody had seen it. And it's already got a download, so thank you very much. So now we're on the open road. Things are a little bit quicker. Still want to avoid contact. Bork with his meta livery. He's got all sorts of tags on there. Hashtag blame Snooty for some of the incidents last week, which were hilarious. He's got a win counter against me on there. All sorts. And I am way too hesitant through that turn. Oh, hit the wall. Hit the wall again. I am not off to the best of starts. Slight lift of the throttle. This car does handle great, but I need to get used to it. Crimson in the big Bentley, as I hinted at the start of the program. I'm sandwiched in between two here. Team-wise, we are down. It's 23 to 13. And that's a very quick warm-up, a minute and a half. Straight in, straight out. My result, not too great. 8th place. We've got Rio up top as I expected. Scoldy finished second. HJD rounding out the podium in 3rd place. Although, and yep, it was top 2, and then the rest of us were just rounding out the bottom. But as you can see, we are straight onto the second race. I'm not even going to worry about changing the UI for this. Changing the stream thing, because if I change it over and back, it might get a bit funky. So let's get straight into the second adventure race of tonight. I believe this one is the Ambleside circuit. So this is very tight. This is very twisty. Oh, they're getting the reactions in the chat. I can tell. Alright, this is very tight, very twisty, and it's a case of trying to find space where you can. I had great battles in this when we were doing the slower classes. I think this may be the upper limit for it, though. I wouldn't want to race S1 or S2 around here. Ryu up front on the red team. He is one of the fastest guys I have ever raced against in Forza Horizon 4, so he should do a good job. Meanwhile, I am right back at the back. There we go, very careful. On the outside. Team racing with Lithium on the left. All super fair. This isn't online team. This isn't public team adventure where aggression reward is the key to success. Here, it's all about fair play. See, I haven't touched a single car in this race yet. Although up above, things are getting a little bit leery. There we go. Just try and find the space. There's the spot. See, you don't need to scruff your way through. You just pick the spaces, and if you're faster than the guy ahead, you get by. That's the logic I like to take. Doesn't always work out, but so far I have made... Whoa, no, careful. Careful, there we go. Another little handy thing about Forza Horizon 4 is you get quick chat in the races. Although, as any sensible person will tell you, don't text and drive. You might miss a checkpoint. They got all sorts of upset through that one. Somebody hit a house. That was the unfortunate matter right there. Oh, it looks like Little Snorter is struggling up there. I'm going to try and go for the switchback. This should give me a very good exit, but I don't have the momentum. Might have cut it a bit too much. I'm slowly making my way up. That's 2 laps in. I'm up to 7th place. I start at P11. The leaders will get away. Oi, whoa, what a pass by Zeborg. That was very good. I will give him props for that. Don't forget, you can cut across here. The rules in the game are just hit the checkpoints, alright? Lithium is also making his way through the field. Oh, and Little Snorter hits the wall. Here we go, very careful. I'm down to 9th again. Got Ash in his Aston Martin, as he always is. It is very difficult to find space. To find space cleanly. I could just barge my way through, but that's not the way we drive in casual racing nowadays. There we go. On the outside? No, I don't have enough grip. Go for the switchback and then cut through here. Gets me on the outside here, which gets me on the inside for the left-hander. Dab of oppo, no! Oh, I had to steer into him there, or else I was going to eat wall. That was a bit of a safety barge if somebody... Oh, did I miss that checkpoint? No, I did not. Excellent stuff. Oh, but I went way too deep into that. Slip back, and we are safe from behind, so we're kind of in no man's land here. Lap time of 52.6. Let's see if we can get a little, because I have clean air now. I should be able to hit near my maximum pace. It might take me 2 or 3 laps to get there though, because I'm still getting familiar with the car on other circuits. I've only driven it on, I believe, the Moorhead Wind Farm. I've already improved my lap time by 2 seconds. That's the kind of stuff you need. However, we've got like... Let's look at the team listing. Okay, we've got 4 blue cars in front of us. So, I need to pass at least 2 of those to make a dent in the team standings. And it really is on me. So let's see where we get with this. Oh, that sounds like he missed a checkpoint. fun with the quick chat. They are also having fun with the voice chat in the Discord server. You can't hear it right now, and right now I have it muted, but I will check in with them between the races. If you want to join the Discord server, head for the Casual Racing Mondays link in the description of this video, and from there you'll be able to make your way through. I believe I've placed a link on the Forza forums. I will update the description template in the near future to put a direct link to the Discord. But for now, let's focus on getting a good lap. Nearly hit the wall. In fact, I clipped it a little bit. This car has so many horses, and it's just not got the opportunity to use them. But that's the challenge with this circuit. Not every circuit is a flat-out sprint to the finish. Oh, it was very agile through there, though. Yeah, look at that, a 49.8. That's a good lap time. Hey, Carlos, how are you doing, man? Thanks for showing up. I'll try not to crash. Let's see how we get. The first few laps were a little feisty. You've joined at pretty much the beginning of the racing tonight. I know things are a little busy in the world of Forza. The official streams are going on right now. They're showing off into some new updates, so lots of people are over there. But you can't have Casual Racing Mondays if you're not racing on a Monday. Isn't that alright? So let's see, can I get past a 49.8? Shift into first and power out. Some of these guys are quite rapid. Especially HJD and Rio Macro. Those are two of the drivers I met in Tax Johnson's server. They regularly set number ones. In fact, I use most of Rio's tunes on my cars at the moment for ranked adventures, which are getting an update tomorrow, and I am looking forward to trying out that update. But as you can see, I am getting closer and closer to Ash. It's not helping in the team ranking, I'll tell you that for a start. Slight handbrake there just to get through. There we go. Just snake it back. That was an excellent turn. 49.6. That's a new personal best. 3, second gear. I will not be beaten by an Aston Martin. That's not the plan. Clip the grass on the inside. Clip the grass here too. Take the wide line here so that I can take a single and then a double switch back, but there's just not enough road available for me to power on through. Got a little too close there. Hop. Skim the wall a little bit too far. He's under pressure now. There's nobody behind me for half a lap. They are all getting dealt with by the traffic. 49.6 is my best lap. I think my goal for the rest of this race is to beat Mr. Ash. He's Aston Martin. James Bond edition, actually. It's got a few cosmetic. There's the chance, and I take it. And I complete a Forza-thon challenge at the same time. Multitasking. Lovely. Quick handbrake round here. Another challenge completed. I don't even know what those challenges are. They're daily quests, but I didn't even look at them today, so I could make a guess at what they were. I guess one was for a great pass, and the other was for a handbrake turn or something along those lines. All I know is they're done, and I get some imaginary currency for some cosmetic items, which I can look at later. 4 laps to go. 49.6 is still my best lap. In the team standings, we are getting our rear ends handed to us. It is going to be 2-0, I think. We've got too many guys towards the back. I have to admit, I'm not... Hey, Jeweler, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Surprised you pulled yourself away from the from the Turn 10 stream at the moment. If you are watching it in a second tab, can you let me know if they're talking about race regulations? Yeah, because that is the one feature I'm looking for in Forza Motorsport 7. There we go. Let's get through this. You join me on a circuit that requires a lot of attention. We are 10 minutes in to this 15-lap race. They have not. Thank you, Jular. I did check the Forza Horizon 4 stream that Playground Games did. It was just before I did set up here. Only about the Spotlight car. What is the Spotlight car? Is it the Porsche, the new Porsche 911? The car pack I'm not massively interested in. There's some neat cars in it, but they're not for me. Oh, thank you, Rob. He's got a Sesame Street livery. That looks pretty sweet. Can I pass Seaborg? If I pass him, he doesn't have to update his livery. Audi 3 LMS TCR Racing. Ooh, TCR, so a touring car. That sounds fun. Front wheel drive, I imagine. Will be worth trying out. I wonder what division it is going to be, and will they lump it into Forza GT or will they put it into Forza touring cars? Although one surprise piece of news I got from the stream today was they're putting Mitsubishis in Forza Horizon 4. Patrick James, how are you doing? Thanks for showing up, buddy. You joined me in the second race of tonight. We started just under a half hour ago and we're on the final lap right now. Blue team is winning this one. It has been clean racing so far, but I started at the back, so it is a little... Whoa, what am I doing there? I'm running out of talent, that's what I'm doing. Let's get through. This is a workout, this. Scholesy has dropped for some reason. I don't know what the reason is. Can I get Bork on the last corner? Oh, I clipped that a little bit too. Well done, Bork. Good job, man. You're going to have to update that livery of yours. You're going to have to put a 1 beside that 0. And yeah, red team got hammered, as you can see right there. Blue team wins. Good job, blue team. Yep, they're all talking about the news that's happening over in the over on the official streams, because they're putting out an update. They're putting out updates for both Forza Motorsport 7 and Forza Horizon 4 tomorrow. However, that is not my main concern right now. We are at the Ambleside Sprint Circuit. Also, I was mentioned. Yeah, I saw something about the photo contest winners. I know one of my photo designs was going to get featured. I got a little heads up on that beforehand. But wow, look at that. That's a costume. He picked the perfect time to be in pole position. As for me, I am at the back again. There goes Crimson in his Bentley. Oi. Oh, they're cutting that corner far too fine. There's houses on the inside, guys. Worry about those. Ooh, don't forget to turn. Brake a little bit, brake a little bit. And power. Car horns are going to be blaring all night, I imagine. Phil is pushing that car to its limits. He's also in the Maserati. Oh, understeer, understeer, understeer wall. My suggestion for community cycle production was on the top, one of the 5 featured suggestions. Which one was it? I suggested 10, Jeweler. Would it have been the MX-5s at Lime Rock? Because I think that would be an amazing cycle production race. I'll have to check the VOD of their stream later on. I had to stop halfway through in order to set up my own and to run the club. It was Holden Tirana. Ooh, yeah. I love me a good Holden Tirana. That thing is fun to drive. 70% through this one. Through the fake finish line. Up we go. Through another hairpin. Go for the switchback. Get rush on the left. By which I mean the right. Pass you, pass you. Thank you very much. We are still getting destroyed by the blue team. Look at that gap in between P2 and P5. We're going to have to do a little bit of a adjustment. We're going to have to do a little bit of an adjustment in the next adventure. Because that blue team is stacked. There we go. And that's the thing, that's the one thing I like about the Horizon 4 adventures. It's that once you do all the initial setup, which does take a bit of time and a lot of faffing about with menus, it gets going pretty quickly. This is another long one. This is another long one, guys. This is the tightest circuit in the entire game, I would say. Even tighter than the Ambleside circuit. Less switchbacks in this one. And this game loves to put me at the back of the grid this evening, doesn't it? Go past that beautiful party castle. This is where pure handling is. Whoa! Watch out up there, boys. Blare the horn. It's an air horn because why not? Oh, I missed that checkpoint. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. Oh, Maserati. Hi, Norbert. How you doing, man? I am not no-breaking anybody into turn one. I can guarantee that. What else I can also guarantee is that I missed a checkpoint, so I am pretty certain I am going to finish in last. I have got the air horn, the wallalo, somebody else is using. I imagine that is the official car horn of the Attacks Johnson Discord server. Everybody seems to be using it. But I am in plumb last right now, which is not good at all. So let's see where we can get it. For look on the map, I'm about a corner and a half away from people. I got a little too eager at the very beginning. I missed a checkpoint. Happens to all of us. And the game's penalty system rightfully decided, yeah, I am out. Also fail race. Yeah, I need to see. I need to look into joining some of fail races sessions. But I do find it hard to find it. He doesn't seem to interact. He has his own sub-community, and it doesn't seem to cross over with a lot of the Forza communities that I'm aware of. But he's a successful YouTuber and streamer in his own right, so he's got a large following. So it's not like everybody needs to be in the same club. But I need to join some of these races because he's got some fun sessions. He's got some fun sessions going. What's my lap time now? 38.4. That is pretty quick. Although it is not the absolute fastest. I think in A class the absolute fastest is not in this division. It's Grip Tuned Holden Tirana, which does 34s, I want to say, according to the Rivals event. But I see cars ahead. That is the good news. I see Russian, he's Bentley. Crimson is in the other Bentley behind me. It's all about patience. two teammates. We got Zborg in the orange car on the right hand side. They go 3 wide through the tunnel. That is brave. Alright, pass 1, pass 2. Sorry, Rob. Hashtag blame Snooty. Don't text and drive. You might miss a checkpoint like I did. But I am taking this position. Thank you very much. Hug the inside. There you go. Just clip the checkpoint. That's all you need to do. You don't need to keep your whole car on the inside. As long as you clip a little bit of it, you are good to go. 1750 to 1900. So, if I pass... Oh, that's a wall. If I pass Lithium, we win. However, look at the map. He is far away. If Rush can pass Zborg, that also helps, because that means red team will win by 50 points. So come on, let's go. I believe in you. Norbert, you know I like self-depreciating humor and contradictions like that. I also like being ahead of Zborg, and that is not going to happen through this corner. Perfect timing. I will get him by here though. We're half an hour in, according to that. Actually, we're more than half an hour in. It'll take a long time to expire. Yep, I know. I got you. Don't text and drive. Did I make that checkpoint? Yes, I did. Clip this one. I'm being conservative there, because that's the one that I got gypped on the first lap. 38.4. Can I get better than that? Oh, that was a naughty turn. There we go. Now we're talking. .38.6. HJD has dropped down to 6th place. Don't know why. I don't know why indeed yet. Ryu, as expected, he's P1. But there are 4 cars ahead of me that I need to pass at least one of them, and I have got 6 laps to do it. 35, 36, 37.6. Now we're getting fast laps in. And Bork has realized, because he can no longer see me. There we go. Very careful. We're on the outside. Off the turn. I'm slowly, very slowly catching HJT. That seems to be the toughest corner for me right there. I seem to be braking too late for it. .35, 36, another 37, now it's a 37.3, getting quicker. I can see that blue label in front of me. And if I beat him, red team wins this run. Which is important because I think we are 3-0 down in the adventure and it's first to 4. Careful, good. Power out. Brake hard, turn in, power out again. Can I take this flat? Can I? Nope. Nope. Definitely not flat. Cost me about half a second, I'd say. Oh, I think 1850 to 18. Phil has missed a checkpoint. That's what's happened there. And suddenly red team is leading and Phil is far behind me. So long as Scholesy can keep P2, and he's under pressure from Ash at the moment, I can tell. Just a quick glance at the map. But if the positions stay the way they are, red team will win this It'll be red team's first win of the night. There we go. Turn, long tight turn. This is a mental workout. Mercedes engine in a Maserati. Ooh, safe. Don't read the text chat while you're driving. Hi now, Trevor. Good to see you, man. Thanks for all the comments on the videos during the week. I really appreciate it. The lobby is full, so I don't think you'll be able to join us for the racing until maybe later on. But if you want to get in on the action, send me an Xbox message and I'll send an invite if there is space. But regarding the engine in this thing, I just took what was on... whose tune did I use? I think I'm using HJD's tune, and he is in the lobby at the moment because he made a bunch of tunes for the no, I'm not. We did a Rivals event during the weekend, just so we could all try out these cars and see which ones are good and develop tunes for them, that kind of thing. And I think I took the top tune from the leaderboards so that I have a strong base. I did try about 3 or 4 different ones, but this is the one that I feel most confident in. Oh, careful, careful, careful. No, Greza, it's not Fortnite. It's Forza night. But yeah, I took the top tune from the leaderboards. I set a 6th place. Good. 1850. Alright, so we got 13 seconds. Let's hold on. Let's see. We're waiting on 8th place. So long as Level Snorter doesn't pass anybody, we are good. I think we are good because I lapped Level Snorter there. And success. Red team finally takes a race win. (3-1). Can we do the run back? Is the run back possible? Can we go all the way? Oh, by the way, Night Driver, in case you missed it, this livery you see right now is brand new, hot off the press, as they say. I finished it about 20 minutes before the stream started. I revealed it on the stream. I couldn't find any good designs for the Maserati, so I said, okay, I'm going to make one. I'm going to bash this out. I made the logo during my lunch break, and then once I got home from work, I immediately got going on the livery, and I didn't finish until about 7:30. Waterhead Sprint. Another short and simple one, this time taking us out of the festival. There's the glow in the dark. Zeeborg once more. There's Crimson. At the front. Where am I now? I am P9. I think it's going to put me on P9 for the entire adventure. Yep, see you too, Ash. But now that this is a bit more open, let's see what this Maserati can do. Keep it, say. Yeah, thank you very much, Night Driver. Thank you indeed. It is hard to make the Forza kit look good. There we go. It is hard to make the Forza kit look good, but one solution is to just take the wing off like I just did 2 turns ago. Although this ties in, well, I'll monologue later. I need to make some positions here. Look how close the grid is. You can just see on the map on the left hand side, or even just looking on the screen. We are dang close. We need to start making points. That's what we need to start doing. Be brave through here, flat. This one is a lift. Slight skim of the wall. Thank you, Rush. Giving me space. Charge! Can I get Ash? We got... Whoa! Oh, it's a red guy. Oh, I was hoping it was a blue. Yeah, we are... Oh, he has disconnected, probably. Has to be, because he was in the middle of driving. I will check in with him as this race finishes, which it's about to do. Lithium Rain is going to take first place. And blue team walks away with it. Hey. Crimson, what happened there? Disconnected? Oh, entire internet is gone. Oh boy. Do Spa, man. You gotta go to Spa. Oh dear. Alright, next adventure. Let's start with the old randomizer. So, looks like Crimson has gone their space. So I'm going to put the joint command in there. And hopefully Crimson gets back in. He might have just, his internet might have just died. Season. Let's pick the next one. This is essentially a 4 or 5 minute intervention. The season is current. That makes things easier. What is the current season? What is the current season? I think it's spring. Yeah. Draft up any free run rush off because we're not doing free run rush. These aren't cross country cars. These are GT cars. A-class GT cars. Now let's FH4. So that's 1. FH4. That's 2. FH4. I'm putting in a bot to randomize all of the weather conditions. It's just a simple chat bot in Discord. 5, 6, 7. There we go. Alright, now let's rewind back up to... Nope. Looking for current. There it is. Right. So that's what our randomizer says we are going to do. That adventure finished there, so our next race was going to be here. And it is going to be 10 laps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the first one is custom, and then sunset. And then cloudy. And fixed. Lovely. Next one then is going to be Cotswold Super Sprint. Horizon Route, yes. Custom. Sunset. Cloudy post rain. Nope, cloudy post rain. There we go. And rolling. Lovely. Where does that put me? If I look at the route, okay, it puts me up by the water, so that puts us up here, which means the nearest circuit, and the nearest circuit is going to be the Asmore Heritage, I think. Yep, it's going to be the Asmore Heritage, so we're going to use that. That is going to be Crimson's back, yay, 3.2, so 7 laps. Now there's going to be current and fixed. Current weather condition, in case you don't know, is whatever the weather condition the global Forza servers are using at the moment. Because one of the headline features of this game is the whole shared world and the shared environment. And one aspect of that is that as long as you're playing online, the weather and the time of day is synced with every other player in the world. When you're in the open world, when you're doing events like this, the weather is set to whatever you want it to be set to. Let's go here. The next one is going to be custom. Sunset. Sunset. There we go. Cloudy. Rolling. Good. No, heavy rain. That's what it is. I was looking at the wrong one. That puts us over here. So is there any routes over here we can use? Yes, there is. There's the Bamberg Coast Circuit. So we're going to use that. We're going to 7, 4, 7, 8 7s is 56. Yeah, that's about right. It's 20 kilometers. That's my target for these races because I could see a good 10-minute race. Weather and time of day for this one is custom, morning, cloudy, rolling, lovely. Where's the next race? Next one's going to be this, the Meadow Sprint. That will take us up towards Edinburgh, I think. Yep. The Meadow Sprint is a Horizon route, and it is going to be current and fixed. And if we do get to 7, our decider is going to be the Colossus. And the Colossus this time is current and fixed. Very simple. There we go, and resume. Disabling visual damage, that's in your own game settings. If I can't do anything about it, guys. Anyway, new adventure, guys. I need to balance those teams a little bit because that was a bit of a wipeout. Yeah. Fewer boats. No, we ain't going cross country in these cars. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh dear, they're suggesting all sorts of crazy things. Alright, we need to balance this out a little bit. I think I am going to... Let's see... I'm going to put Rob on the blue team. And let's see, Zebork was reasonably quick. I'm going to put Master Phil on the red team. And let's see how that goes. If we can get the teams balanced, start adventure. There we go, another 106 kilometers. If we can get the teams balanced out pretty well, we should get to the final stage. That's the objective. Not always guaranteed. Give me a moment while I need to check something over on the admin panel. There we go. I just needed to check something on the admin side. I've got on one of my I got 4 screens at the moment. I just needed to check a quick setting because it looked like something was being a bit wonky on the tech side, but it's all good to go now. Unfortunately, it was while we were loading. We're at the Broadway Village circuit. It's a fairly simple circuit. Slightly challenging for handling cars. I am on pole position. That is fantastic. That is exactly where I want to be. We've got Ash on the other side. Let's see how the green Rolex does. Now that I'm at the front, hopefully I can stay there. Let's get in clean. Things aren't that clean in ranked team adventure at the moment, but here in Casual Racing Mondays you can expect a more sensible approach to turn 1, which is fantastic, and we are seeing exactly why this Maserati Gran Turismo is a good car, because through that section it handles like a dream. I've got 2 blues behind me, I need to worry about those. Third gear, and power out. There we go. So as I mentioned, or began to mention earlier, I'm using a tune from a Rivals event that we did. I Essentially, after trying out a bunch of different cars, I downloaded the top tune on the leaderboards for this car, tried to set the best time I could. I think I ended up 37th in the world by the end of it. HJD was 32nd. I can't remember how many people did the Rivals event. I could make a guess. I think it might have been 10,000. I'm not too sure, but either way, we got quick guys, and there's one of them in the Alpha. I tried out his setup earlier as well. It's pretty good. He's one of the regulars from Attacks Johnson's lobbies, and right now he is under pressure from the Maserati. He's Alfa Romeo. 4-3, slight contact, but nothing severe. Crimson has disconnected once more. That is unfortunate. I don't know what is up with his internet tonight. It does not seem good. Whoa, I'm amazed he kept that. He could have cut that checkpoint so easy. That's a wall. There we go. Around the inside. 3, 2, second gear. Running with all assists off. Yep, Night Driver, I like this track too. I did use it for testing some slower class cars at some point, but it's not my go-to. My go-to track tends to be if there's a Rivals event matching a division, I'll use that, like there was this week. And if there's not, I will try this circuit, or there's a one, I forget the name of it. I think it might be Glen Rannoch Hillside. I'm not entirely certain, but there's one up around the center of the map, good handling circuit that I tend to use, because I tend to prefer cars with grip over cars with power. I also tend to prefer being in first place, but that is not going to happen while HJD is running away in the Alpha, proving that you don't need a Maserati to win races. Oh, the team scoring is much more balanced now, although it is hard to give a true count on that because Crimson did disconnect. He's a little bit late on the turn in. Normally, let's see. No, I won't say that. I will instead try and focus on catching this guy. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy at all. Making a good exit. 51 seconds. That's my current lap. 17 to 1950. So even we need 2 reds to pass 2 blues. Let's have a quick look at the board, see where the chances for that are. Skolzy is probably a good shout. Ryu on Lithium? No, because Lithium is ahead of Ryu by quite a bit. Lithium is in fact catching me. There he is. He's in the same car, he's in the same paint job. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the first person to download it, because it has been live for just over an hour. Number 51 in my collection of Forza liveries. I won't do all the fancy photos and tweets and stuff for this livery today because I have been focusing so much on the stream, but that is a project for tomorrow. Although, to be fair, it doesn't take me long to do it. I can take a good photo in 5 minutes, wait for the thing to sync up to the Xbox server, download the image, drop it into Photoshop, add the title, save the image, upload it, and tell everybody to download it. It's a simple method once you've got the workflow right. Here we go. We've got Rob in 11th place, which at the moment is last place. because of Crimson's disconnection. However, with the quirks of the scoring system, Rob still scores 100 points. Crimson has left the convoy. Crimson has disconnected properly this time. Rob is in a Jaguar. He is in, and he's joined the convoy. Yay, he's back. He might get in for the next race. Alright, it looks like I'm not going to win this race, because HJD is so far ahead. Alright, blue flag, Rob. Oh, that's... He is eager to get out of the way. But there's also two guys behind. We got Lithium on the left. I cover off that position. He's going on the right. Dang, that Maserati looks good. I wonder who painted it. There we go. Two laps to go. Need to keep an eye back there. Fortunately, I don't have a handy look back button. I have to use the right stick and do it manually through an analog function. In Forza Motorsport 7 I map the look behind to the Y button, which just does that. It just snaps back and I know exactly where my opponent is going to be. He's still there. He's still there. He's not making this easy. 18 to 18, 50. Turn. Oh, he's there. He's there. This is going to be a drag race down to turn 1. But it looks like I have slightly more power. Ryu is coming, and if Ryu passes Lithium, that is a win for red team. So let's employ some tactics. Let's slow down a little. Let's see if I can defend robustly. Oh, he just goes for it. He just goes for it. And my gamble didn't pay off. My idea was going to be to slow him down enough that Ryu attempts a pass. But now I have to fight. I have to fight hard. 2 turns to go. It looks like he's got me though. It looks like he's got me. I'm going to try for the switch back here. I don't normally hit the grass on that one. No, nope. Good race, Lithium. I need to congratulate him. Good race, Lithium. Yeah, I was trying to. I was going to try and back you up so that Ryu could have a go and get the team win for us. But you saw right through it. There we go. That, unfortunately, is a win for blue team. Alright, let's see. Yep, I need to do something very quickly. Here we are at the Cotswold Super Sprint. For this race I am going to mute my headset because I am starving and you do not need to hear me chewing into the mic. So I will leave you with the good racing action. That was a good race. That was a good race, not only to battle with those guys, but to watch the battle in front. Although I was 5th, I was only maybe a second behind first place. But that was good, clean racing from everybody involved. Good job. I need to commend everybody in the chat. That was a good sprint, guys. Really good racing.
I love how we do like a 20-minute race. I think like a 2-minute sprint.
It's alright, we've got a 20-minute Goliath coming up at the end. It's a custom race route. Well, there will be after the 3rd adventure, I think. I'm just going to go through the track rotation for first, and then once everybody's fully comfortable in cars, then we're going to go into the... with the way that adventure works, you won't have a chance. You're going to need to back out, and then hopefully nobody steals your spot. It's a limitation of the game system, unfortunately. Here we go, another race. The lobby is just checking in on all the T's and C's, as it were, about how the game works and how lobbies get set up. We're going to do some custom races later on. I've made a couple of custom tracks for this. Ow. And we'll see how they do. Charge! That car horn is brilliant. Hey Platfoot, how you doing, man? Good to see you today. I have a copy of Project Cars 2. I've never installed it. That's the honest truth, because that game came out at the worst possible time, I think. You had Gran Turismo Sport and Project Cars 2 and Forza Motorsport 7 all out in the same month. And all 3 of those games are massive. They are absolutely massive games. But I could only dedicate my time to 2 of them. And I grew up with Gran Turismo and I love Forza, so my mind was already made. And I think now it is far too late for me to actually go and consider it. There are 2 racing games coming up that I'm interested in. Set of course Competizione, which I have downloaded the early access build for. I hear they're adding more multiplayer features soon. I will try and get into that. And Dirt Rally 2.0, which is the sequel to the fantastic Dirt Rally from a few years ago. As the mainstream media called it, the Dark Souls of racing games. Not sure I agree with that, but it is a lot of fun and a great challenge. What is also a great challenge is trying to pass these guys as I defend from Phil. Although everybody here is racing as teams, the main objective is just to have good racing. So sometimes I'll just battle with a teammate, and so long as we're not, you know, behaving like they do in the public lobbies, we're all good. Left side Ryu, left side. There we go. Yeah, my main reason, other than the one I specified for not playing Project Cars 2, was I got a very bad impression from the first game on how it handled, how it dealt with controller support. And although I'm pretty good at sim racing, I'm a controller player, so that is something that there are not many games that feel great on an Xbox controller outside of Forza. I have to commend Codemasters in particular, because their recent titles, Dirt Rally, F1 2016, 2017, 2018, and I'd say to a lesser extent Dirt 4, they have all been excellent on the controller. F1 2017 in particular was fantastic. I'd say it's the closest any developer is coming to making the Xbox controller feel as good as Forza. Most racing games, they don't take advantage of rumble triggers, or vibration strength isn't strong enough, or the steering isn't too direct. The steering isn't direct enough. All sorts of things here and there. This is a very heated battle for third place. Blue team is running away with it, and Phil is right on my tail. There we go. These are all very fast drivers. Ash and Lithium, I know from my club. Lithium tends to win his fair share of races in both Motorsport and Horizon. Ryu and HJD are also rapid. Zeborg is winning on pace right now. He's going to update that livery whether he wants to or not, because he is going to beat us all, and I think that deserves some commendation, because he's been trying to win races for ages. Up. I don't know what blowing the horn was going to do there. The wall was not going to get out of the way. No, Lithium though. No, he will not. He will fight tooth and nail. In the team orders, let's ignore the teams because I'm losing. And Ash has beaten Phil. I almost don't want this race to end. It's so good. It's a more open circuit. You can really see what this Maserati is capable of. You can hook into the corners. It's got enough oomph to get out of him. Turns well at high speed. Whoever did this setup, they did a great job. But we are getting close to a stalemate now, because myself, Ryu, and Lithium all seem to have similar lap pace. So making the gap is difficult. You have to be brave. Decide not to break into some corners. Rob is just spectating right now. Rob, make sure you move the steering wheel a little bit so that the game doesn't kick you out. Inactivity bonuses and all that. All the fancy features to stop griefing. Exploits, all that. 103.6. Down. Here we go. I can almost reach out and grab the rear bumper of Lithium's Maserati. I'm not quite there. It's a personal best. It's a 103.6. Bork has not won. Oh no! HJD has got him. He was so close. It's not bad, but it's no Forza GT killer. Night Driver, that sounds about right. I do have to commend Slightly Mad Studios, to be fair, because this genre is very hard to break into, because on the Xbox side you have first party support for Forza, So they have all the advantages and the backing of a company with an $800 billion value. They have ludicrous amounts of money to spend on game development and marketing. So that is a tough challenge, and it's the same on the PlayStation side, with Sony bankrolling Gran Turismo and Polyphony Digital, and they are pushing the limits of graphical technology. I am not pushing the limits of performance in this race though. 5th place is good, but it's not good enough. No, Trevor, you're right. Forza and GT are more arcadey. Project Cars is supposed to be more serious. I don't like the term arcade when it comes to these things, personally. And the word simcade is it's a ludicrous word that is too derogatory. I would put Forza and Gran Turismo on the more accessible side of the spectrum, but not so far to go towards what one would call arcade, because the connotations of that to me are that physics go out the window. And although the physics in Forza and Gran Turismo, and especially Forza Horizon, are very generous, if you drive and race like somebody would in real life, you're going to be close enough. You're going to be competitive. You can take liberties with a couple of things, but for the most part, driving sensibly is the best way to go. However, if you play something like Burnout, or if you play something like Onrush, or if you play something like Ridge Racer, it is a little different. There's Lithium in first place, and Skolzy on the front row with 2. And this is another sprint, which we can cool down from after the last race. Although, speaking of Ridge Racer, I really wish Sony and Namco got together and put out another one. Although the more recent titles, I'm not sure I like the direction they went in. The peak for me, Ridge Racer Type 4, that game just oozed style. It was amazing. That iconic intro sequence. Oh, I nearly missed a checkpoint. Iconic intro sequence among fans. The handling, the funky music. I am nearly tempted to buy a PlayStation Classic just to play that game again. It's so good. Yeah, it's definitely more on the casual side than iRacing maybe. If you consider, I prefer the word semi-sim, but I know that I can't dictate what everybody else uses in the nomenclature of sim racing culture. Simcade sounds catchy, so that's why people use it. I prefer semi-sim or semi-serious, and that's a wall. The M8 GTE on Forza. Oh, you're trying to paint the boat. Oh. Greza, if you want an idea on just how to block out the shapes and all that, I need to concentrate on my driving. I hit the clutch too early as well. If you want a recommendation on how to block out the various body panels and then you basically fill in the gaps, that's a wall. I would recommend you look at Skolzy's livery from the Challenge Auto race we did on Friday. I was battling with that thing for a good 20 minutes and I got a very good look at that livery and he did a good job on it. Excellent use of white and like gunmetal blue, because that's not red. Red is what the blue team is seeing winning this race. What was that for a segue? I put a V8 in it. And we are going to finish this one in 5th place. Pretty reasonable, considering the standard of player in this room. And 2,200 points. That's another win. Yeah, I would recommend you look at Skolzy's design. And see what you make of it. You could just do what I do, look up different designs that BMW has used in the past, and then try and port one of the classic designs to the car. Oh, I have an idea for a car you could do. I'm going to. It will be hard to do, but let me see if I have it. BMW M6. This is the car that you can currently drive in Assetto Corsa Competizione, but where is it? Where is the livery? I am doing live Googling right now. BMW. Oh, is it Blancpain? It might be in Blancpain. Oh, it might be an M6. It might be an M6 that I'm looking for. Let's see. I'll send you something. Oh, that's what the point is. Painting's hard. You know that. I know that. It takes time. Also takes time to get good at racing, but I am getting closer. Yeah, no, Flatfoot, you're right. It's an established word. I personally don't like the word, but that's because of the way I've seen people use it. I've seen people use it as a derogatory thing rather than just a descriptive thing. It's like, oh, it's a Simcade, so it doesn't count. I don't like that logic, but the way I see it, there are many types of racing game, and you can have fun with all of them. Whether you're into something serious like iRacing, or you're into something super casual like Forza Horizon 4, or whether you just want to switch your brain off and smash some cars in Burnout, which I did last year because Burnout Paradise Remastered was a very enjoyable game. I blew through it in 3 days. 0 to Platinum in 3 days. But that's because I still remember all of the race routes and all of the quirks from the 2008 version. No, I wouldn't call Forza Motorsport 7 an arcade game. I wouldn't even call it a Simcade if that's... This is more along that lines, because the physics are somewhat more nuanced. It's still got Forza handling under the hood. It's just that the cars are much more forgiving over bumps and grip. However, Level Snorter struggled through turn 2. Alright, let's see how we're doing now. HJT sneaks by on the right hand side. If you want to be more serious with racing, then a PC and a wheel and iRacing is the way to go. However, I hear iRacing is very expensive. And it's got a high barrier to entry. But, which is one of the reasons I have not gotten into it. Another reason is because it's on Windows, and I have been a console gamer for 20 odd years. So, yeah, you're right. You're right, Greza. Forza only needs a couple. It needs some there are some design decisions that have been taken that do not encourage sportsmanlike play, which is unfortunate. And other games have done better in that regard, but the recent attitude of the Forza developers and their communications has led me to believe that they are trying their best to turn things around, and they have made changes, and a lot of changes have been for the better. The game Forza Motorsport 7 in 2019 is a far superior product to the Forza Motorsport 7 that released in 2017. I will tell you that for a fact. And it's the most context-packed racing game out there. Purchase it. Clumsy Flatfoot is talking about iRacing. Because everything is subscription in iRacing. But one thing I do not subscribe to is the amount of chat messages that they are putting in the bottom left. Who needs Twitch chat? I've got YouTube chat and I've got game chat. And I've got to catch one of these guys, maybe even two. Is this... Yeah, Greza, I agree. Race regulation needs to come soon. Was there any mention of it in today's official stream? Any mention at all? Not even that it's coming in January. Is it coming in February? Is it coming in March? Because the sooner it comes in, the better. Alright, let's see what I can do. We've got Phil on the left-hand side. I am going to let Phil by, let him have a go at passing Double Snorter. We're playing the team game right now. So brake hard. Got Skolzy behind, Ryu's behind him, I guess. Yeah, Phil is making a challenge. He seems to be quicker than me right now. 2, 1 turn, just make the checkpoint. It's another nice little circuit. I do like the circuit design of most routes in Forza Horizon 4. My only disappointment is that there are not enough circuits, but fortunately Route Creator is a thing, so we can make our own. And because we're going past the halfway point in today's session, I will start using custom routes from the next adventure. There we go, good pass by Ryu. I am not the fastest Maserati on the road right now, but let's hope the rest of Red Team can make the impact. Little Snorter is defending as if his life depended on it. I know he's not normally this high up the field, so he's making the most of the opportunity. He's doing the best he can. He's had some pretty good results tonight so far, which is always good to see. We have our regulars. We have our hotshots. We have veterans like myself who've been playing racing games for 20 years. But I always welcome new people coming in, trying the best they can, and improving everybody along the way, because that is the spirit and the ethos of Casual Racing Mondays. We're here to have fun, we're here to race with respect, we're here to fight for 4th place. Oh, he's finally cracked. Careful. Collisions in Horizon are a little more generous, but don't take the Michael. Oh, Bork thinks he can pass me. Not this day, buddy. Not this day. 2 laps to go. Brake hard. Turn left. Hi. How are you doing, buddy? I will give you a proper intro once I get in this straight. As you can tell, I'm in an intense battle right now. Hi, Davian Carter. How are you doing? Welcome. Glad to see. It's my first time seeing you here. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing today, and thank you for taking the time out of your evening to watch a little bit of Forza with me and the rest of the club. If you want to join in on the racing, there's no space today, but the club has always got space for new members. We're up to almost 200 people right now. There are links in the description if you want to join, or if you just want to add me on Xbox, you can do the same thing. Everything is down there. Penalty system wasn't mentioned. Chris Sasaki wasn't there either. Not sure what to make of it. Maybe this month was just a content update, not a feature update, because Horizon was pretty deep on the feature updates. So maybe Microsoft just wanted to stagger the intention a bit. Norb, you have missed some good racing. I've started to get closer to the top now. I'm consistently finishing in the top 5. Thank you, Zebork. And 5th place. But the racing is getting good. It is getting juicy, as one would say. A lot of good guys in here. Oh, Level Snorter dropped all the way down to 9th. He put a valiant effort in. Give me 1 second while I click a button over here. There we go, just a little bit of admin. Things are getting heated in here. Hello, Amity. How are you doing? 3-2. This is the closest adventure yet. Hey.
Orange shirt kid's mother is suing Epic Games over the Orange Justice emoji.
Guys, after this adventure, I will start using custom routes. There we go. Just 3-2. So if blue team wins this, that is it. How many? I don't know if it helps, but watching my driving maybe might help you get a little bit faster. This is the Meadow Sprint. Pretty standard. There's a very brave section in the middle. You got 2 quick jinks like this, which really tests the high-speed agility of your car. I am on front of the grid. Fantastic. But I know you were working really hard to try and beat my rivals time. And I'll tell you what, I was working really hard to beat HJD's, but I missed it by about a tenth, I think. But it was good practice because look how clean that turn 1 was. Look how clean that turn 1 was. Somebody send it to Microsoft to prove it's possible, please. Oh, turn 2 not so good. We've got the quick boys up front. But as Ryu mentioned in Discord, it's not about your time trial pace. Your time trial pace helps you develop good habits, but you need to think on the fly when you're racing because there's a big blue Jaguar in the way that's stopping you from taking your optimal race lines. So you need to think quickly, what is the alternate racing line I can use that gives me the highest speed? And can you take advantage of changes in momentum? Watch this, this is going to be a quick left, quick right. Clip the checkpoint boards. Normally the best thing to do because that's the shortest line through that corner. Stop throwing trees in my face. My turn to take him. Let's go. He's doing a very good job in that Alpha. Oh, made it. Didn't need that wing anyway. A little bit faster on the straight. A little bit of a paint glitch on the left hand side of the car. And by left I mean right. Oh, made it. Understeered, I had to let off the throttle. And a little too hard in this corner. These tracks I've got pretty much no practice. Davey on YouTube added you as a friend. Thank you very much, good sir. I will make things a little bit easier for you. I will do... Well, Davey... Let's see. Let me go to my notifications. View profile. Invite to club. Casual Racing Mondays. There you go. Pop in there. And you will get looking for group notifications once a week. That will show you when the next races are going to be. We are going to be in Forza Motorsport 7 next week. And it's 3-3. That means the Decider's the Colossus. The Decider is the Colossus, which is the longest sprint circuit. Norbert HJD is a regular from Attacks Johnson's Discord server. He's a pretty dang good Horizon driver, but he's also pretty good in Motorsport 2. He showed up during the Honda Civic Week and did pretty well. Right. Oh, next week's poll is going to be interesting, but let's worry about that later. Right now, we have the Colossus to do, and it is the decider for this team racing event. But HJD is pretty good. He tuned a lot of cars as well for this division to really help out. And livery-wise, I don't know if you missed it at the start, but I made this today. I revealed it on the stream. It's already available, as you can see, because Lithium has downloaded it. Hadn't painted in about, what, 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Not since I did that Ford Mustang. I did a lot of crashing into walls in the meantime. This is a long one now. This is the Colossus, so it should take about 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe longer in A-Class. The first 40% of this is an exact copy of another sprint route. Exact copy. All the same turns, all the same placements for checkpoints, all the same placements for trackside furniture. So by being good at Colossus, you're being good at 2 routes in 1, and that's a good pass down the inside. That is interesting, that driver. I have not experimented too much with all the costuming stuff in this game. I found a look I like, and I tend to stick to it for a while. I might change things up every so often. I like to go with something a bit more subtle, a bit more understated. There's quite enough people playing around with chicken suits and disco hats and all that sort of stuff in Horizon. I don't need to play Fortnite racing cars. I just need to race. Oh, and Phil has more straight line speed. Brake hard. Not too hard. 70% pressure. There you go. It doesn't lock up. Look at that. No contact. Good job, everybody. Right. Hook up for the exit. Ah, I missed the apex. Somebody missed a checkpoint. That is not good at all. That is not good at all. Don't text and drive, kids. You might miss a checkpoint. After Team Adventure, what car is it going to be the next? Whoa! The way that Casual Racing Mondays works is about a week in advance. I put up a poll in the Discord server. People vote on it. Thank you, Zebra. Perfect timing. Oh, Snowters missed that. Look at that livery. Look at that livery. It's the most meta livery you're going to find. And it's gone. Bye bye, Philip, indeed. As I was getting to... complicated turn. Brake a little bit. Scoldsy's missed a checkpoint. Get some F's in the chat for that. Pay respects. Because he's on my team! Need those points. But as I was saying before, the club votes on what we want to race. This week we voted for GT cars in Forza Horizon 4, so we are racing only cars from this division all night. Good night, Night Driver. Thanks for showing in. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for taking time to take a look today. Yeah, every GT car seems to be pretty low cost. There is the Forza Edition Alfa Romeo 8C, which is a reward car, so you can only find that on the auction house. That is one of the more expensive ones. I went for the Maserati Gran Turismo in this livery, and it looks pretty good. Next week's poll, we are voting for S-Class cars in Forza Motorsport 7. At the moment, the club is deciding what division to use, and it might be a multi-division thing next week. 3, 2, 1. It might be a multi-division thing next week, where we might, in S-Class in Forza Motorsport 7, drive the Fast and Furious cars. Oh, that's a wall. That's not good. Might be driving the Fast and Furious cars, might be driving the Forza Specials, so that's all the crazy things, like the VW camper van, the Cadillac limo. Meme week, basically, because you get all the goofy machines. Red Team is still winning, that is good. And we might be driving some Formula Drift cars as well to see if they can actually navigate corners without going sideways or hitting that wall. As the night goes on, I progressively run out of racing time. As the tiredness kicks in. Less yapping, more lapping. But the good news is red team is... Hi, Crimson. The good news is red team is dominating this, so we are going to win an adventure. GT or Super GT? Right now, GT. And I should also say right now we do not have space for extra... Oh, we have one spot. I stand corrected. GT Cars is the actual name of the division. Level Snorter is he out? Or what's the dealio? I will find out shortly. But AX201SD1 is next on the queue because he sent me a message. If you send me a message after that, any of you, you will get the next invite. However, I have one promised. But 4-3, good job. Dab when you win, that's the way to do it. First place out of 2. Alright, custom routes next. However, I need to take a very quick pit stop and then we will be right back. And we're back once more. We are using GT cars. We are setting this to A class. That is correct. Scholesy has left the convoy, so he has gone out to try and get sorted. There we go. Level Snorter has dropped out. I think. I can't deal with convoy stuff right now anyway. It is not possible for me to do so because I need to start setting routes. Level Snorter has left the convoy. Okay, I need to, in my queue, AX2, he's already there. He's prepared, I tell you. GT cars, where's my DBR9? My DBR9 is in the scrap heap, unfortunately. I tried it. It's good. It's a good car, but I much prefer the Maserati. And I've painted this one. Now, I need to set up, because that was the third adventure, and that was an hour 45 minutes. So, I think 15, 15, 15. I'm just trying to work out the numbers. 105 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make this 7 races again. Yes. But first, I need to go into the bot. FH4. FH4. There we go. 3. Fantastic. Do that there. Right, okay. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to have a very quick snack while I set up this event, and you guys do not need to hear a lot of munching. However, the screen will still be there, so you'll see what events I'm doing, and if anybody is in the lobby, they can see what tracks we are doing as well. So I will take care of that right now. Ah, there we go, all set up for the final adventure of the night. Guys, these are all custom routes, just so you know. They're mostly extended versions of the actual circuits, so you will have some experience on them. Right, let's catch up on a couple of things here. Import Nation, welcome. I am glad you showed up today, and thank you for taking time out of your evening to race, or should I say to watch the racing. Do I use an Elgato to stream to YouTube? I do not. The capture device I'm using is an AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. It's got a 4K pass-through in it, so even though I stream in 1080p 60, which is my preferred format, I can still play the game in 4K, so which is very handy when I'm playing Forza Motorsport 7, because the detail on the Xbox One X is suitably impressive. So yeah, I use AverMedia. Elgato is a go-to pick. Oh, turn. Here we go. This is a custom route. People are not familiar with it. Nobody else has actually... Whoa, watch out, guys. Nobody else has driven this except for me until now. And I've only driven 3 laps of it because I built it, I tested it, I left it. So this is a new experience to me too. Yeah, I'm using an AverMedia capture device. The main reason I got it was because it has a very handy feature. I can record content without needing a PC. By which I mean it has an SD card slot, and it has a card card recording mode, so you can record directly to the SD card without needing to be connected to a PC, which is handy if I want to take it somewhere like who knows, maybe like if I was doing something at work, because I work at a video game company, if I was at a friend's house and I wanted to record some gameplay while I was there, that kind of thing. It's very handy for that. It means I don't need to hook up a laptop and a PC or anything else like that to do that. Although when I'm streaming, it is in PC mode, so it is connected to my desktop PC. It's a pre-built. It's Corsair 1 Elite. It's got a 1080 Ti in it and Core 7 8700. And lots of RAM because I do video editing in my spare time. And a lot of Photoshop and Illustrator and that kind of stuff. Because that's one of my main hobbies. Another of my main hobbies is racing, and right now I am passing Crimson for 5th place on what I am going to call Scottish Monza. Because, whoa, it's safe. In fact, I'm going to tell the chat the Scottish Monza. Welcome to Scottish Monza, boys. Much fun indeed. Crimson breaks early, PJ breaks late, gets in between. This man was not prepared. By this man, I mean this man. But yeah, Import Nation, if you want to know more about my setup, just send me a tweet. I'll try to be as helpful as I can in terms of streaming and equipment and all that. I'm pretty new to all this as well. I've only been streaming for about a month and a bit. I've only started since November, but I have a lot of experience with creative platforms, both through my day job and through my hobbies and stuff like that. So this is a fun little thing to do. And the support I've gotten from everybody in the Forza community has been fantastic. It has been a lot of fun and a good confidence builder and all that great stuff, because I get to interact with you guys and play games, and that is all I want to do in the evenings. It is good fun. What is also good fun is trying to pass Ryu in his Aston Martin, but it is not happening right now. No, but it is not. You see, even though I made this course, I'm not in first place. So, it's not like I have an unfair advantage. Should have shifted for that one. Ooh, go way wide, go way wide. That checkpoint is far, far away. Who's bravest in there? I am, and I make it. brave old braking maneuver. Walk is still there though. How do you deal with hate if you get any? I try to make sure that I don't get... I try to make sure that I don't get hate mail. By being the best person I can be, by being pleasant and welcoming to everybody. I have been fortunate in my time running casual racing Mondays that pretty much everybody who's joined the club has been a lovely and pleasant person. When things get tricky, there are ways to deal with it, but I find that as long as you give people time and respect, they will do the same in return. And of course there are trolls on the internet and stuff like that, but I have been... Whoa! Whoa! What did that sign do to me? Jeez. And Norbert is right, I do dab on the haters. In the game. I'm too old to dab in real life. Although sometimes I'll do it anyway. Because it's fun. That's the main logic. I'll tell you, some of our politicians, if they dab more often, they get down with the kids, right? Or they look cringe. Who cares? Big hard handbrake turn around that. Look at this. Look at that. That's what you call a proper drift. Proud of that. I no-handed that. By no hand, I mean one hand on the throttle. It's not helping me catch these guys, I'll tell you that for now. Also, this race is longer than I thought. Did someone shout send it? Is Bork going to send it from all the way back there in that postcode? Probably not. Send it like Sombra. Oh, that's amazing. I know very few people will get the reference, but those that do, they get it. Although don't be too hard on the guy. I know he needs improvement in his driving skill, and his attitude, but once that improves, he is more than welcome to race again. I know he left over the Christmas break anyways, through some controversy in the club. Self-inflicted, just like that collision on the wall. Yep, I would agree, I should stop looking at chat while I drive. I would agree. Driver etiquette was his main concern. He just needs to take a step back and consider his driving skills and improving that. There are many resources online to help with that, and it takes hard and practice. You are right. Don't text and drive. You might miss a checkpoint. It's alright because I'm gonna try the no steer drift again. I failed. Dab of Oppo, it's all good. That brings Ebor back into it. That makes the final lap more interesting. Who needs road signs? Oh, he's right there. He's right there. If I go flat, no, a slight lift. 6th gear, very close. Is he going to send it? Is he going to send it? I'm on the limit! I'm on the... Oh, whoop! Ow! That didn't work. That did not work at all. I was brave. I was a bit too brave. And I'm on my own, so... that's as far as I'm gonna go. Seabrook, you may have outfoxed me this time. It was worth trying at it. I carried so much speed into that final turn. Carried so much speed into that one too. That's the thing with custom routes. It's kind of, you kind of have to make it up as you go along. Hey. That works on 2 levels. Alright, I'm just going to goof around for the final lap because I am not in contention. There's no more threat behind. The team is still winning. There we go. Brake. Transition to put the weight over the front wheels. I like this circuit. This could be a great circuit when we do S1 or S2. It's very simple, just makes the most of the road network. Alright, hit the handbrake. There we go. Do it again. Student cockpit view. Broken cockpit view. Not as exciting, unfortunately. That cockpit is shattered. Have you ever seen the smashed up Rolex before? You have now. I'm not even going to finish. Oh dear. I'm not going to finish. For funsies, let's see if we can take the final corner without brakes. We cannot. Doesn't matter. My first DNF of the night. Lovely. Hi.
Exactly. But obviously at the moment most of the
1-0 to the red team.
that need the money and need the support. And then they go
Ah.
it's like Syrians and
Let's see
that because we get immigrants and
how our second race goes.
yes,
Depending on how far this goes, this might be the final adventure tonight.
build a society. You need people who are willing to volunteer jobs because
Ironic that I couldn't finish my own track. You're right, Norbert. You are definitely right. I had zero. The only practice I had was when I built it. I have not shared this route. I have not used it for anything else. I have done more laps on it in that race than I did when I was building it and testing it. But it is fun. Now we got one that tends to take the other half of the city centre. I try to follow the natural flow of the road with these, just to make them that little bit more interesting. Normally we go right at the start, but we are going left. Phil is left. He's either disconnected or he has bailed. And Megaloot has joined the convoy. I don't know who you are, but you are welcome to join so long as you race clean. And I hope you have fun, and I also hope you're in the YouTube chat so you can say hello. Brake, 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 brake. Oh, it is so foggy. Whoa, ho, 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 hey, everybody is forgetting that turn. That's a nasty one. That's a nasty one indeed. Custom routes, test your adaptability. Go right, go right, go right. And a hard left. Then flat out. I love the car honking occasion in this game. Brake a little bit. Past the park. It's a beautiful park. Not so beautiful when we're racing in Silent Hill mode. Brake a little bit for this. This is a high-speed section. Oh, hit everywhere. He got lost. Oh no. And now I'm dead. I can't even make an excuse for that. That's so tight. Who designed this track? Oh wait. And the James May Award does go to Peter. For I am Captain Slow. Goodbye, Megaloot. Undefeated is what he was in this session. 0 wins, 0 losses. He knows the way. Because he has done 1 lap. Oh, I tried to go super inside on that one and it didn't quite work. Now that people know the way, they can find the optimal route. Handbrake around that. This is good racing from Rios. Phil's back. Oh, that might have actually been Phil's second account. Because his internet was being all, wall as they would say. By they, I mean nobody. Let's carry the speed. Let's go out for a ride in the park. Adaptability and long checkpoints make that happen. Brake a little bit. Brake another little bit. Turn left. You don't want to carry too much speed in there or you'll do what I did on the first lap. This is a fiendish little circuit. Master Phil has joined the session. Hello! Oh, that was so tight. Ooh, XVSR on VSR action. Come on, go, 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 go. Ah, I should have been in second gear for that exit. Let's cut over here. This fog is spooky, but it does look good. Have to commend Playground Games on their hard work in making this game look good. And Turn 10 too, of course. Card. Third place is the goal now. And we can take this flat. We can take this easy flat. Around the outside. People should know this track by now. YOLO! There we go. That might actually be the fastest line through that corner. Oh, clean as you like. Nailed it. Maserati is so agile than it wants to be. Whoa, I nearly hit the inside of that. Taking all the extreme inside lines and carry as much momentum out as possible. Wasn't I saying? I agree. Oh, I'm the fastest red guy at the moment. The team is leading. We got HJD in second. Fighting hard, but not too hard because they're both blue. Go, a little bit of drifting experience comes in handy. I'm not a very good drifter. Maybe like 1 or 2 weeks a year I try it in the Forza hoppers. It has its benefits. The better you get at drifting, the more you understand vehicle dynamics and weight transfer. It's very important. You want to get as much weight on the front wheels as possible when you want to turn the car. That's why you brake. It's not just about reducing speed. Through! Lindsay knows the right line. Everybody's doing it now. Look at that, I'm a trendsetter. God, get. Oh, it's blues as far as the eye can see. Can I hold on to the podium for one more lap? Stream inside again. Russia's out. Russia's left the convoy. Russia's left the session. Russia's out. Which means I might have room for one more. And I did get a message earlier on, and I will send the invite at the end of this race. Have to commend the Horizon track team. Rebuilding those fences within 2 minutes. Yeah, come on, Borg. Send it like someone. Do it. I wasn't serious. That's not the optimal line through there, but I want to attack in this battle. I don't want to defend. I want to make it fun for you guys. And I have fun when I attack. Oh, I'm going way wide. I'm going way wide. This is ambitious. This is ambitious. Thread the needle. Safe. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, handbrake. Hard. Too much. No, he's got me. He's got me. Oh, that track is fun. Oh! Ah! I got cocky. Down the inside, down the no. Well played. That was fun. I got so excited when he messed up that I forgot to shift gears. Oh man. Don't do that, kids. Always keep your mind on the game. Right now I need to keep my mind on my inbox because I need to view profile, invite to game. Because Davian wanted to get in. He made the right decision by adding me as a friend and hopefully subscribing on the old YouTubes. And now there's room, as I promised. One. 10:15. We might run a little long tonight because these routes are a little long. It depends on how close the team adventure is. I might not have time for my Mega Goliath race. Because the ultimate goal is to finish by 11. And if we can't do that, we can't do that. And I think at this time of night, it might not actually be a lot of fun in these cars at all, to be fair. So, let's nix it. Guys, this is looking like it's going to be the final adventure. And we're going to wrap it up after this because it's going to run pretty long, I think. Yep. And that's everybody all set up on the inside. This one uses the Holyrood Park circuit and then it extends out to the beach and then goes right back. Right back to the main route using the Natural Road Network. Ooh, hello. CRM RX 201 SD1. Norbert, it's still on the capture card. I have not gone around to editing it yet. But once I do, it will be fun to watch. I do have a schedule for my videos, every Thursday and every Saturday. I've got ones queued up for the next month already. However, I might make that unlisted and then send a link. I'm not entirely certain yet what I'll do. Linthiem has gone for a swim in the lake. Everybody else has gone wide. This is the standard part of the circuit, guys. You can't mess this up. It doesn't get tricky till down here. But yeah, I don't know if anybody saved the replay, Norbert. I saved it, but I haven't shared it. But I don't know if anybody has saved and shared it, because that would be a good way to watch it, because the battle is in the replay. Because it was in the first, like, 20 minutes. It was a cracking race, I'll tell you that. I need to go through and edit it. It's going to be a monumental challenge to cut that battle down to 5 minutes, but I think it's doable because it was a great race. And so far, this is looking like a good one too. Oh, whoa, yeah. Brake, good. Oh! I just teleport. Oh, no! Get, come on. Go! Might have been better to just miss the checkpoint. Last week's Mugello race. Yes! Yes, I remember what you're saying now. From the stream last week. Yes, I want to clip some of those races from the stream and turn them into individual videos because they were fantastic. I'll have to do it straight from the stream footage, so the editing style will be a little bit different because I don't record my streams because I normally don't plan on doing anything with the video footage afterwards. But yes, there are some races from last week's stream that I want to clip together into individual videos. I had a great battle with Skolzy at Mugello. But if you want to see all the races in their entirety, they are available on the YouTube channel. Just look for Casual Racing Mondays. You'll find last week's stream, which was in Sport Touring Cars and Forza Motorsport 7. It was a lot of fun. A lot of really good players. A lot of really great racing. Which is what I come to expect from everybody. Alright, this is only 2 laps, but I think it's like a 5-minute lap. And it looks like Red is going to run away with this one. It's all about the maximum speed. Oh, it's only going to be like a 4-minute lap. Alright, hard braking up here. You want to brake. 3, 2, 1, brake. I got a message from Annie. Hello. I will look at that after the race. If there's room, I'll invite you. But I don't think there is because Horizon's pretty stacked. Flatfoot, you are getting better. I will give you that. Consistency is a hard thing to get though. And there's no real way to train it other than to grind out laps. Some people can adapt to cars and circuits really quickly. I tend to do pretty well in it. Not too well right now, but for others they need to put in a lot of laps in the specific car and in the specific track in order to get up to speed. Different driving styles, different experience levels. Like I've been playing Forza for about 10 years, and I've been playing racing games for about up, hey. No, we haven't had a battle in a while. Norbert only races GT cars, but these are GT cars, Horizon GT cars. But I know what you mean, Norbert. And you're pretty quick in them too. I will tell you that. I don't think I'm going to get a podium in GTX anytime soon. Grazer still needs to learn about your tracks. I find that once you have... Oh, that was a close one. Nice. I nailed the landing. Okay. Get off my back. Norbert, the Aston will be great around Bernese Alps. I think no matter how quick I am, I'm still going to be 2 seconds slower than the leaders. Also, it's not the Alps variant that I like. I really like Alps Stadtplatz Reverse, because that is a roller coaster of a track. Yeah, Platfoot. Norbert will give you the link if links are allowed in the chat. I haven't checked if they are. Or he'll send you an invite. I recommend you give it a go. You can go in the AM division if you wish, I think. That might be a good starting point for you. They have two. CGTX Challenge Auto has 2 divisions. They have Pro and Am. A whole bunch of Casual Racing Mondays regulars, like all the guys in the chat right now. They're all racing in it. It's an hour every Friday. It's good fun. Think of it like a like the GT Endurance Hopper, only longer and with better drivers. That's the best way to put it. I race in it, Mesa races in it, Grazer, Norbert, Family Dude, Skolzy, Crimson, all the gang. As we get up to 10:30 tonight, you can tell the tiredness is starting to set in. I'm making more and more mistakes. It's a long day. Well, it's as long as every other day in that it's 24 hours, but metaphorically or in real feel, it feels longer. Am I gonna finish? That's a good question. But yeah, Platfoot, I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little more serious than CRM, but not too serious. Just and it's in GT cars. Everybody loves GT cars. Speaking of GT cars, look at the ones here in Forza Horizon 4. They are doing pretty well, except for me because I'm driving like an idiot. But there's only, I'd say, 3, maybe 4 races to go. 2, 1. But Red Team wins this time. Okay, what circuit is next? I have no idea. Yay, we have another driver. Good one, Platfoot. All the regulars are there, so you'll be right at home. And it should be good racing. If you're looking for a car that's easy to drive, I'm driving the Aston Martin DBR9, which seems pretty good. But there is a lot of other options depending on your driving style and depending on what prefers. I think Mesa is in the Dodge Viper, Grazer is in the HMS BMW. Family Dude is pushing for victories in the Lamborghini. And all the cars are eligible and they're all homologated. Okay, next one. It's a Bamberg Coast Circuit. It seems Crimson and Rob have disconnected. Such is the wonders of modern technology. So this takes the Bamberg Coast Circuit, and then it extends it a little bit. Ryu at the front. He is going to be a candidate for the win. Rob has left the convoy. As things are starting to wind down for the night. England has also left. As we go into the first turn. Brake a little bit, brake a little bit, brake a lot. AX has lost it completely. Lithium comes out of the bushes and into 6th place. He's going to stay in 6th place because I'm not going to get him around the outside. Tight left-hander next. Let's see how we do here. Crimson's back. Maybe Rob will come back too, who knows? I'd take that flat if there wasn't a Maserati in the way. Very hard. The thing with custom routes, I find, is the best way to figure out is to just keep an eye on the map all the time. with the checkpoints, I do try to put a checkpoint at the braking point, at a conservative braking point before a corner if I can, especially after a long straight. But now we're on the coast circuit itself, and this is familiar territory. We raced it earlier today. It was a pretty good battle too, from what I remember. Through the twisty section, but now you do not have the luxury. HGG is just missed a checkpoint. That's what he's done. You don't have the luxury of barriers to either side of you. As we push on through now. Light lift, just to send some grip to the front tires. And it's working. I'm getting closer to Ash and Phil. Brake. Oh, did he make it? Yeah, he did. Oh, just enough room on the inside. I didn't want to force my way through, but it happened. And then brake at the checkpoint. Do the switchback, clip the fence, and lose position. Lovely! Even though we're on teams, we're still racing with each other because good racing is more important than good results in Casual Racing Mondays. Rob is back. Hello there. Nearly back on the standard circuit. Go clip that apex. Look how many people are still within spitting distance of first place. It is pretty close. Oh, Ash, I think you missed that checkpoint. Yeah, you did. And another one bites the dust. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sorry, Norbert, I do not understand your message. I choose to ignore it. And besides, blue! Blue car! That's... Oh, I've been fighting you all night. Need to get away. Taunt him while I'm at it. Bye, Rob. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't overcook it into there. This is a good race so far. Oh, I just made that checkpoint. I know what I mean. I know what I mean, Norbert. Valtteri, it's James. Yeah. I am a citizen of the Formula 1 Discord server and the Formula 1 subreddit, so I have the inside line on all the Formula 1 memes. He's doing a bit of gardening. Let's go. Naughty. That was very naughty, Scoldy. I am going to assume that there was consent given for that because that was brutal. I'll check in chat after the race what the deal was with that. In fact, I'll check on the straight once I get an opportunity to do so. Norbert, I agree. That was a... whether it was him not caring or whatever, I think that was a stupid driving maneuver. But, let's see. Scalzi, what was that? Did he consent to it? Don't do it again. You're lucky. You're lucky it's the last session of the night. Otherwise, I'd have kicked you. Skulls just kind of gave up for the night, and they're up to shenanigans now. But so context. He claimed that Phil rammed him earlier, and he said if you're going to ram somebody, you got to do it right. And then he just, you know. Well, you saw what happened. And there's Phil and Bork showing how you're supposed to pass. Good job, boys. I'm okay for a bit of fun, as long as they are, but that's not something you should be doing, Skulzy. I'm sorry, buddy. It's all well and good doing that in a private lobby when everybody knows that crashing is okay, but that's not what this club's about, and you know that. I will make note of it, because that's the second time in 2 weeks. And it looks like Bork has got me beat while I was distracted about that. Good job, Bork. Good job, Bork.
And then I turned most of everyone else down. I think the only people that are still on 100% in there are Phil, you.
Yeah, Skulzy can't wait for last man standing. He may have to wait a week though, because we ain't going to do that right now. Amity said, is there a spot? Invite to game. Here we go.
Maybe he just needs to drive better. Most of the incidents are not his fault, by any means.
Most of the incidents happen during overlapping the slower classes.
Yeah. And that's what he's most frustrated with. He said at least in LSEM they can handle being lapped.
I'll just deal with that. Okay. I didn't even look at the map. Would I remember this circuit? Yes, it's got a figure 8 section in it. It takes the Moorhead, takes the wind farm circuit that we've been doing. Ryu is gone. Thank you for racing with us tonight, buddy. I hope you had fun. This takes the Rivals route and it puts a twist on it because it puts us on the motorway. Oh, I'm so glad I put a wide checkpoint there. Everybody went off-road. Here we go, down the motorway we go. Let's see what top speed these things get. 262, 265, probably gonna hit 280. Brake as soon as you hit the checkpoint. Good. Nailed it. Look at that exit. That exit is so good. Oh, that was so close. That was so close, but so good. Watch out. It's still there. Look at that. No contact between us. Ah! Contact here, though. Oh, this track is so tight right now. Oh, I should give more room. That's me being naughty. I need to stop that. Oh, Lithium makes it. This is definitely the last adventure of the night. I'm gonna miss that checkpoint! Oh no! It's okay, Crimson, don't worry about it. Look how tight that thing is. It's only two cars wide. It happens. This result ain't good for me. Turn. And I ran away. Three-lap race this one. Kind of in no man's land again. Partly because of the checkpoint break. 4, 3, 2. I will give these guys a quick tip once I'm on the motorway. Guys, a quick tip. I try to put checkpoints on the braking points for on some of the long straights. I don't know if they heard me. It's all concentration mode right now. The lobby has... That's funny because you can buy that, but you can buy that house in the game. So that is perfect chat timing. I'll give him that. How long is the stream and chat delay? Let's see. I'm gonna try and do a rough counter on my head, just depending on where I am. Crossing that now. It's about 10 seconds. From what I can tell. There we go. There's an alternate route. It's about 10 seconds, and that's just YouTube processing and all that. Go straight. Forgot my track went for a moment. I can reduce it further. I think in my settings I have tried to reduce it further. Try to get it closer to real time. The only platform that does absolute real time streaming right now is Mixer. Twitch and YouTube don't. I did use the I read the chat while I was turning. It's getting late, guys. It's getting late and I'm making mistakes. I'm making loads of mistakes. Hopefully they're entertaining ones. Twitch added a low delay option. I know when I watch the Forza streams on Twitch, the delay is 10 seconds, but with Mixer they... Oh, it's like 2 or 3. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. It would be the ultimate first world problem to complain about a 10-second Twitch chat delay. But yeah, that's pretty good. This is going to be a pretty lonely finish, and I hope in the next race some better break. Power through. Good, 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 good. Just enough space on the exit. Some of these circuits turned out a little bit better than others. They're not all bangers, as one would say. There's only 2 cars behind me. I'm behind everybody on my team. And the stream is... the stream you're watching is lagging, is it? It might be... You couldn't hear anything since you asked that question. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's just a you problem or a... Look at the road, BJ. I don't know if that's just a you problem or if it's something on my end, because I haven't got any error messages on my admin panel at the moment. Okay, this is just a casual finish. But all the equipment is working fine, the technology seems to be okay on my end. My only suggestion, maybe there was a bottleneck, I'm not too sure. Maybe there was a bottleneck. I'll need to check the stream quality in the analytics later. I am not sure what could have caused it. Hey, I'm going to finish this race. Considering how badly I did, that is pretty good. Let's get across the line. Alright, give me a second while I take a look at this. Here we go, event 6 of 7. This is another long one, and I'm on pole position. That is lovely. I'm not muted. Just wanted to double check that. I'm in pole position. I am out of water. Well, let's see how we do. This one is fast. I'm just gonna flatfoot. I wish there was a way to rig it, but there isn't. For the first like 4 or 5 races, I was in like 9th place. Turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. Maybe that is what it is, Norbert. Maybe that is. And maybe I should concentrate on my driving, because I have been driving like an awful person. right now. Alright, let's knuckle down. Let's go into tryhard mode. Let's see what we can do. Ah, there it is. Alright, that was a good little section. Scrollsy behind. Alright, let's open it up. Get that peripheral vision going again. Understeer. That was a good section of road for me. Getting closer to the leaders now. Needed that little concentration section just to get my head back in the game. And I am still within earshot of second place. Phil behind. Oh, he's lagging. Ah. Where are you going, Crimson? Where is your American internet taking you? It's taking me through the wall and a fence. And another fence. I don't have anything against farmers, I swear. Hello, Neil. Unfortunately, I do not speak Francais, so I cannot understand that. If somebody could translate that, that would be lovely. Because then I can properly greet him. But thanks for taking time this evening to come in, say hello, take a look at the stream. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you excuse me again, I need to concentrate through this very tight and tricky section. And ow, there's Mr. Phil right behind me. Platford, thanks for the heads up. I am doing well. For the obvious reason, it's Casual Racing Mondays, but it's my favorite day of the week. When I turn like that, no. Yeah, I've had a good day. Busy, but good. But it's been ultimately a rewarding day, so I am happy with that. I got a lot done, both at work and both here. I'm happy with all of that. And it is almost at an end. And then I can probably chill out for a few hours and start it up all over again tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for asking. That's a tree! Oop! Ah. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. HJD has got this one in the bag. He has pulled away. I have lost second place. but I've not lost it to Crimson. Where did Crimson go? Crimson must have missed a checkpoint. Also, if somebody on YouTube can check, see how many subscribers I have. I think I passed 400. I think I passed 400 today. And I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for joining me on this little racing journey. I hope you're all having fun watching me get through this. 404, nice. What's also nice is HJD's success. Phil with the drift in second place. I'll do the same in third. Slide my way through. Now, I cannot remember what the team result is. That could have been the final race of tonight. And if it's not, there's one more. There is only one way to find out. Drum roll. How long am I going to keep this going? Not long enough. Yeah, I'm tired of that. Right. Red team wins. And the result is 3-3. We have one more race. Alright guys, last race of the night.
Track is like 10.5 miles long, I saw. So.
Oof. Oh, so close, Amity, so close. And I can't up the end of race timer in Forza Horizon 4 either. Unfortunately. But I'm glad you got in the end and you were able to do some races. But this is the last one. This is an extended version of the Lakehurst Cup circuit, as you can see here. It's got some high-speed grip section and it's got some just high-speed straight section. Final race. I've really enjoyed driving this Maserati tonight, and I am also really proud of the paint job I've done on it. And if anybody here wants this paint job, you can find it in-game in Forza Horizon 4 right now. Just search for my Gamertag, which is down there. Also keep an eye on my Twitter, which is down there, because I will share some pictures of it tomorrow. It's the first in what I would call Series 3 of my Forza liveries. Because 1 and 2 I've already made videos for the first 50 designs. And they have all gone pretty well. Turn hard. All good, all good. Oh, so close. I got 3 very quick drivers behind me. Skulls I've raced with for years. Phil I've only known through Casual Racing Mondays, and HJD I've only been racing with him for about a week. So, that turn. All different experience levels. They're all very quick guys, but they're all behind me. That's the most important thing. There we go. Good job. And let's press that button because I forgot to do that. Start the race. Integrate the graphics as best I can with the game UI, as it's a fun little thing I do. Big gap in front, and I didn't mess it up. This is 5 laps, 1 minute 43. It's going to be around an 8-minute race. I'm not used to being in the front. I can't remember if I've won any races tonight. I'll have to scrub back through the, no, 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 no. Ah! Are they letting me win? What are they doing back there? This is like a protest drive or something. Come on. They just dropped off. Oops, speaking of dropping off. Oy. Yeah, I'm going to slow down and get back in this battle. There we go. Alright, now we have a race on. I hope. Yeah, that's very unusual because they are all very quick, like I just said. Is HJ actually going to try and race me? Let's see. Yeah, he's going to race. Now we have a race. Let's go. Good, clean racing through that turn. Crimson right behind and Scoldy following. Shift it down to first and oh, there that goes. Very tough, just trying to find a safe space to pass. Barging your way through is not the way to go about things. Neither is putting people into walls. Scoldy has dropped. But based on how he's driven in the last few races, I think he may have checked out. And he's just goofing around to the end of the session. Nothing wrong with that as long as it doesn't adversely affect anybody else's race. And oh, Crimson, you're lagging again, buddy. Crimson, you're lagging again. Alright, 2 laps to go. Nearly there. Overshoot, overshoot, overshoot. Clip that. Excellent. That makes me lose the minimal amount of time. If I missed that checkpoint, I was screwed. We're good now. Turn super tight. Get down to first gear. Get a good exit. Now, who's going to win this adventure? Does it even matter? I don't think it does, because good racing is all that matters. Well, my Maserati is moonlighting as a lumberjack at the moment, so I need to keep it on the road. That was my bad. Sorry, Continent. Don't hit him. Good. Lucky us. 1 lap to go. Here's Mr. Scoldy. I see you. I see you. Alright, final lap of the night. Let's see how we go. Let's put maximum effort into this. Oh, there's a checkpoint there. Who designed this track? That would be me. That didn't work. Way. The team has joined a little too late because we are done for tonight, buddy. Oof. There we go. All done. Had some good races tonight. Alright, I'm gonna park it there as we go through all the rigmarole of all that. Let's see what the final result is going to be. This is the last thing of the night, really. There's a 50-point gap in it, so despite my awful performance, blue team has lost and red team has won. Yes! That means we win the entire adventure. Fantastic! Congratulations, good job everybody. Thank you all for the very good racing tonight. Dab while you win, dance while you win, wear the witch's hat, do all the crazy things. Super lovely, all good. Right, I need to close this out because we are well over 3 hours and it has been a good session. I have enjoyed that very much. There we go, as we just go back into the main screen. And I'm just going to set up a quick beauty shot for the finish. Drone mode. There we go. Look at that. I had fun with this car tonight. It's a good car to drive. I will tell you that right now. Stabilize. And there you go. Turned out pretty well. I just want to say thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you all had fun watching me succeed, watching me fail badly, watching me just make a fool of myself, all the lovely good fun things that Forza likes to do. Everybody that was racing, I hope you all had some good fun as well. We had some very good racing tonight. For the most part, it was pretty intense. A wide variety of winners, a lot of good cars in competition. That was all good. And there's not a whole lot else to say, really. I'll check the Discord and see what the next racing division is going to be, and I'll make the announcement accordingly. If you want to stay updated, do all the usual things that YouTubers tell you to do. So hit all those buttons that are down below at the bottom of the screen, except for the one that... Hey, you drove through my car! I'm trying to do an outro here. Dang that Ford Focus. But, yep, no, it has been a fun night, and thank you all for being a part of it and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I will leave it at that, and see you all next week. Farewell.